Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here with a really simple project today. It's so simple you can't go wrong. It's so simple I nearly didn't do it. And it is this. It's an envelope with a pocket on back. It really is that simple. And it will help you use up your 6x6 papers. I've made each one using 2 sheets of 6x6. As you can see, I've got a few different sizes. Still all just using 2 sheets of 6x6. They're my prototypes. I'm not going with blue for ones I'm making. I have grabbed a nice chunky stack of envelopes. I don't think I want to use them because they're just so lovely. Too nice to use. What I mean is the double-sided, and you will only see one side when you've done. I think I want to do some grungy brownie. This is the ones I was looking at. I like this, music paper and roses. Can't go wrong with music paper and roses, can you? So I'll show you the first one. It's a lot of you have probably looked at it and even know already how it's made. So grab my scoreboard, and there's a couple of different places to score it that I seem to find work better than others. So put your 6x6 on. Yeah. We're obviously going to score that way. So you want your pattern, if it's a pattern paper that you're going to use. I wouldn't say use something that's too directional because it's obviously going to be upside down on one side. Just score it. And I've scored at 2.5 inches, I find makes the nicest one. And then I'm going to score this at 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to fold one. Then fold the other. And this is it. That's it. You're done. Ta-da. So you put it in like that. So you put a notch there because that's your envelope front. And then on the back, you can either push that fully up, so you've got a full length flap, or you can hutch it up. Make sure it's still going to cover there. You can hutch it up. And you'll get a flap that's not full length. I quite like them. I mean, all you've got to do is turn it over. Do we turn it over? No, we swap them. What am I trying to do now? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make the flap. What did I make flap out of on first one? There we go. Oh dear. So yeah, now the flap's the music paper. Was it first time? I ain't got a clue. Stop waffling, woman. Yeah, so anyway, there you go. I suggest whichever you want as your front flap on your envelope, you hold that first, that way, and then just pop your other one on like that, and you're done. So I'm going to make this one so that the back flap is a full length flap. So I'm going to grab, I'm using my 2-inch circle punch, use what you want. And I'm just going to put a thumb notch in, that one and that one. I'm not going to go too deep because I'm conscious that I still want my flap to cover that bottom part of envelope. And you could sew these, you don't even have to glue them, but I glued mine because it's one of them days where picking the same machine up, putting it on the desk and using it was just too much like hard work. So I didn't bother doing it. There we go. So I'll show you how to glue it. Right, this one's going to be a full length flap first. Yeah. And grab your glue, woman. Where's it gone? There it is. Right, the first bit I glued was this bit. So just, if I move them, I can actually have room to work. There we go. It's really hard resting my hand on all that paper. So, just a line of glue down there, whatever glue you like. I'm using my art glitter because this is not too thin, this paper, so it's not going to wrinkle. But if it were thinner paper, I think I'd probably just sew it anyway. I'd just put a dab of glue on to hold it in place and then I'd sew it. So I've got that down into the crease. And just glue that. I mean, this is another one that you can mess about with and you can come up with lots of variations. You could put an extra pocket in there with some paper. You could put extra pockets on back. You could You can leave that as an opener, really, couldn't you? You could. Well, we've got an envelope. Yeah, you do what you want. This is just what I've done with them. Now I'm going to put my glue on the back. And close that one up. There we have it, double envelope. Pocket on front, flap on back. Or it's the other way around, I don't know. Can I speak? I don't know. Right, I'm going to grab my new favourite corner rounder. And I'm just going to round these corners. I'm going to use my large one. Live it large. Right, I'll waffle about my live last night. I do apologise to people who couldn't find it. That was completely down to me. And I'd not got the settings right. It didn't come up. I need to empty it. Yeah, let me show you. If you bought this, the bottom comes off. And it catches all your little corners. There you go. So then when you've emptied it, it allows the bottom to catch more corners, and then it won't get in the way when you're trying to... I think you see that's curled up, that's a problem. So I'm going to do that one upside down. I thought it was because it was full. Aha, there we go. Yeah, they've been hanging about a while, these 6x6 papers. Yes, the live. I got the settings wrong, so the only way you could access it was through the link on the community page. Notifications didn't send out, and it didn't come up as a video. It was just on that one tab. So I do apologise to people who were trying to find it and couldn't, but I've learnt something new. I now know what not to do. And until I can find out how to film in landscape on my phone, I won't be doing another live on my phone. I think my next purchase needs to be a webcam, because camera's totally out at price range. There are other things more important to buy than a camera, but with a webcam I'll be able to film it using my laptop and be in control of it. It was very nerve-wracking. It tired me out. It sounds really weird. Just, I think all the mental, yeah, just trying to find out how to do it. And I thought I got it sussed, and it turned out I hadn't. Hey ho. Hey ho. What do you know? I'll do it better next time. So yeah. Take note of that attitude, yeah? When you're crafting. Don't think you're rubbish at something because it didn't turn out right. Think, I've learnt something. I've learnt something from what went wrong, and I won't do it again. Well, I probably will. I'll probably do it again about 10 times. I'm just grabbing a piece of my label backing, because as you noticed, I cut my notches and then decided to ink. I glued it together and then decided to ink. So I'm just inking this bit now. So although yes, this is a quick project, it's not going to be as quick a video as I usually do for my quick projects, because I've not really done a video this weekend apart from that live, which was a bit of a waffle fest. You could tell I was nervous because I was just waffling about absolute rubbish. For some reason the laptop I was watching it on, there was a huge lag on what I was streaming. I think that's because, yeah, I was watching it on a different device to what I was streaming on. Had I been doing it all from my laptop, it perhaps would have been easier. I don't know. Find out next time, won't I, when I get a webcam. Right, so that's inked, and I'm going to decorate this. I need to use butterflies again. And I've grabbed one of these cards. This is from one of the Scrapbusters challenges, because I just thought it might look cute in there. So yeah, it will. And I'm going to decorate the front flap. I mean, if you pop these in your journals, people will think, oh, it's just a regular little envelope. And then you'll get the other flap. Right, I'm sat here filming, and there's a horrendous draft around my legs. I hope one of my kids hears me and sorts out the source of the horrendous draft. Wow, that's a bit huge, isn't it? But what do we think? No, it's a bit too huge. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I do, but it looks a bit lost on that paper, doesn't it? I think I need a brownie or an orangey one. Right, I've also got this book out because I've had a couple of subscribers, sorry about the glare. That's the cover of the book. It is a field guide in colour to butterflies and moths. It's over 1,350 illustrations in full colour. That's the book without its dust jacket. Mine's very grubby. It was just a very grubby copy I bought. But can you imagine this if it were in good condition? What a journal that would make. In fact, I may still make one. I'm just looking for... Here we go. The cover page by Ivo Novak. Illustrated by, yeah, that person there. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to say that. So... this is what the book looks like. Look at all those butterflies and moths. You will notice that I'm down to the large ones and lots of brown ones, lots of caterpillars, lots of furry moths. So if I show you at the top, yeah, there's a lot missing. I've took a lot out and used them already. But I've been using that book now perhaps 2 years and I've not run out of moths and butterflies. Moths and butterflies. Now I've just had that book up, I need to readjust my lighting. Oh, that's too bright. That might be okay until I get some white out and blind you all. Oh, I like him. I do like him. And I'm going to use what I've got hanging around my around my desk. I've still got some tea bags hanging about. Let me bone fold this and it'll lay flatter. Yeah, if I bone fold the top crease. There we go. And then when you've decorated the flap up, made it a bit heavier, I don't see a need for a closure on these because I've made them with tucking them in junk journal pockets in mind. Right, grab a bit of tea bag. Can't find my tea bag. There we go. It's obviously just the bag from a used tea bag. Thank you, Marlene. And if you are watching, Marlene, please get better soon. We want you home from hospital. It's my friend Marlene. She's in hospital at the minute. And yeah. So, hello, Marlene. I don't know if they let you watch YouTube in hospital. If they don't, I think we need to start a campaign to make sure they do. Really, that's too much tea bag. So I'm going to have a bit of tea bag. Ooh, I'm going to rip this up as well. Bit of digital. That's a digital music sheet. That one's going up on my Buy Me a Coffee. It should be up by the end of this video. I don't know about you, but I'm running out of music paper. And I'm also a bit fed up of inking it. Because it don't match my project. So I'll just rustle this simple grungy one up. I think I'm going to rip these edges off with my tear ruler. Yeah, I was supposed to be rustling up some more butterflies and then I ended up rustling up music paper instead, like you do. Someone who does have lots of butterflies is Jane in her Etsy shop, the Crafting Kitty Cat. I link her quite often. I think I might just put it permanently in my description. Yeah, she does some lovely digitals. A little bit more professional than mine. I've not been... I was doing a course learning how to use Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, and I've really not done any of my course for a while, so I just needed to do something different. So I did a little bit of that this morning. And this was the result. I have set my new printer up. Yeah, that also took a while. And as you will have noticed, I do not know how to print borderless on my new printer yet. I'm saying new printer, it's that one I got 2 months ago. I've just got round to setting it up. But that's me. I don't do it until it needs doing. Yeah, I seem to have fallen into doing a bit of collage here, don't I? Bit of collage. Can't go wrong with a little bit of collage. And this needs another colour adding, so I think I'll put some of that green painter's paper on. I think I used all my big bits up when I was... Get some from here. In fact, I'm just going to rip that. I do tend to find thin paper can rip better when it's doubled up, or you've got more than one sheet of it. So if I rip a chunk off. I'm back. Did you miss me? My memory were full. You've not missed out. I've just looked where it filmed up to know. Yeah, I think you saw me lose that butterfly. Decide to use that butterfly instead. I've now found that butterfly, and I'm going to go for that butterfly. So sorry, Jane, that one will get used, but not on this project. So I'm going to grab a glue stick, grab a glue book, and do a bit more gluing. Oh, light's not too bright. Ooh. So yeah, just a little bit of collage, butterfly in a word. I'm thinking nothing too fancy. I mean, we've got quite a fancy pattern, haven't we? Is that upside down? I think that's completely upside down. I can't do with things with writing on them when there's one piece being upside down. It just, no, it's not going to fly with me, that ain't. Come here, ink. I'm all upside down on my desk. I don't know why. Things aren't in my natural position where I grab for them. Probably because I moved everything out of the way to do the live. Now, in my head, I've got Dave, a dash of Dave, going, life? No life. Yeah. If you watch him as well, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. If you don't, you really need to pop over and have a look at him. Here's another funny onion. He does it a lot louder than me as well. You need an earphone warning. Don't don't watch Dave with earphones on. He says that all the time himself, because he'll suddenly just, yeah, come out with something that'll crack you up after deafening you. Right, a little bit of ink on the butterfly. Yeah, so he's just going to bob there, and then I'm just going to bob a word on. I think I'll use my art glitter for this. Where did that end up? You know this putting dangles in your glue so you don't lose it? It don't work when you forget to put your dangle back in your glue. Yeah, I need to put far more glue on there than I needed. But I guess you knew that, didn't you? There we go. And well, I think I'm liking these words still. I think I forgot to, yeah, I did not link eclectic eggplant in my last one. I think I need to put a little definitive list together of people whose digitals I use all the time, don't I? I mean, if I use someone by, say, Artie Mays, Tracy Fox, you just know where to find them. All you've got to do is Google them and they'll come up. But some of the smaller designers, unless you've got the link to theirs, they just get lost in crowd on Etsy. Because it's the most ridiculous search engine never no more on there. So yes, I'll make a little list that'll go in every description. In fact, I might even bob it on my about page on my YouTube. Yeah, like that, Faith. I like eclectic eggplant's words because it sounds really awful, but sometimes I find some of the words to be a bit cheesy. If they're not words I would use in my everyday vocabulary, I don't feel comfortable sometimes sticking them on a project. So, yeah, it can limit you, I suppose. But I do like these. Oh, there we go, that's done. So, we've got one of those journal cards from Melina's. And in back there, you could do something as simple as putting some lined paper in so that you can journal on it. So, do you know what? I think we'll do that. Grab some paper, woman. Have you got any paper? I've got everything but paper, it would appear. I've just got some, I happen to have got some white paper here. Yeah, I think I could. Ooh, and 6x6 is just the right size for that. So yeah, if you wanted to fold a letter up, you know, you can print any digital letter up, anything you want, and it'll be just the right size to pop in that pocket. I'm using a sheet of A4 paper because finding some lime paper is just too difficult. I'd have to move. Oh no, it doesn't fit, does it? Because that's glued. So then I need to get my chopper out and hack some off it. Chopper. Wow, couldn't find chopper. Do you know why? I'd actually put it away where it belongs. That almost never happens. So I've cut this down to what, 5 1/4. That should give me enough room. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably not going to keep this in. In fact, actually, I will. I will undo it, and when I do my next batch of tea dyeing, I'll stick this in. Yeah. Will I remember to do that? Slightly. There's a slight possibility I'll totally forget that completely. Is it too tall now? It's just too tall, isn't it? So just fold it over a bit more, woman. It looks like an old letter then that's been written on and rewritten on. I need to get my daughter to write me some fake letters, because she has got lovely cursive handwriting. My handwriting's like a child's. So there we have it. You can put anything you want in there. I'm just not prepared out. Journal card in there. And let's make another. Right, I'll show you how to make one where the flap don't go all the way up. But I assume a lot of you have already worked that one out, because I was not lying when I said this is an extremely simple project. And it's one of them, it's so easy. But then again, I've not seen it before. I'm not saying no one's done it. I never say no one's... You'll never hear me say I've come up with something that no one's ever done before, because I think the chances of that happening are so slim. It's untrue. But I just haven't seen it. Right, grab some more. I think I want this to be a bit matchy-matchy. Don't know why, but I do. I'm gonna use this. It's got a slight shine to it, but not much. It's just that it's like embossed, raised. I don't think it comes through how lovely it is on camera. And then, what other one shall I use? That's another plain one from that same pack. Is that a bit too yellowy orangey? Yellowy orange, is that even a thing? Ooh, that's nice. Very plump, I like that. Oh, that stripes one side, that weird pattern other. I didn't know these were double-sided. I don't like the stripes, but I think I quite like that. That'll make a nice one. Right, chuck them over there. Grab your scoring tool. And I'm going to score this again at 2 1/2 because I like it scored at that. 2 1/2. And I'm going to score that one at 2. I like this pattern because, yeah, it works upside down. That's scored at 2 1/2. Move the scoreboard out of the way. Fold that way. So I think I'm going to have that as the top flap there. Yeah. And that can be the back flap there. We'll just try what it looks like the other way, just because we will. I think I prefer... That's going to get collaged on though, isn't it? Right, I'm going to have that as my top flap, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my thumb notches in there again first. And it's important to do it first this time. Very important. Very important indeed. And not too deep, quite a shallow one. If you don't have a punch... Oh, it might look nice with the, the tab punch. You know what we did in the Scrapbusters challenge? In the top of the little baggies. They were so cute. Right, so I'm going to tuck that in, but I'm only going to tuck it in far enough so that that's going to be my top flap of my envelope, remember? just far enough that it covers that. Yeah. And I'm just going to make sure it's nice and straight. So that's a much larger envelope. And the flap don't go all the way up. I think just a smidgen more down. It looks odd shape that does. Yeah. Right, now to glue this one, all I'm going to do, am I in shot? Yeah, it's a bit bright, that white, isn't it? Sorry if that's gone too dark, but I don't want to blind you with white. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there and a little bit there. What I don't want to do is glue this bit to this bit, because then I'll have trouble gluing the rest of that back flap. Do you know what I mean? So I'm putting a bit of glue there and a bit of glue there. Same on other side. All the time making sure I don't move this. And what'll happen is there'll be that bit'll go on there, and we will get a full line. We'll get a full line of glue to glue that front flap just onto here, but not onto itself. You'll see exactly what I mean when I open this up. I've put far too much glue on. That's like Glue City. Grab a baby wipe. This one's dry. Yeah. I will report on how well these baby wipes biodegrade as well. I've been sticking them in my compost bin, and as yet I can't see any of them rotting down. Maybe it'll take 30 years, I don't know, but that's not good in my compost bin, is it? If they take 30 years to biodegrade. Right. So now, can you see? Then I can come in and put a line of glue up here to glue this back flap. But do you know what? If I do that, I'm just going to put my ink on edge. I forgot to do it on the other one, but that's me. So I'll glue down here. That's a bit better with the glue, woman. A nice thin bead. I keep forgetting, because I'm in my teeny tiny bottle, I don't have to squeeze it as hard. I'll get used to it. I'll probably get used to it just as, I don't know, drop glue bottle on the floor, roll over it with my chair, cause an absolute mess, and decide I'm never using a little glue bottle again. Hey ho. If you've got a wheeler chair in your craft room, you'll know that feeling of wheeling over something and ruining it. I do it quite often. Right, so there we have it. The envelope at the front and the flap on the back. I quite like that. Right, I'm just going to grunge this lighter paper up a little bit because it needs it. Right, it's gone a bit OTT with that bit. There you go. Do your corner flaps first, woman. Don't ink the corners and then cut them off. That would be a total waste of time. So yeah, just waffle about me live again. Yeah, so you know why you couldn't find it. And I did mention, just to clarify, I won't be putting any more journals or things that people might want as Christmas presents in my Etsy shop. I know it's only middle of November, but it's 5 weeks to Christmas. It may be just less than 5. And I had an absolute nightmare with Etsy last year. I didn't moan too much about it on YouTube, but the amount of things that did not get there for Christmas was unreal. And it's not like we didn't know it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. I mean, we did in this country. I knew postal service in the US was overwhelmed. It was in the UK. And the amount of really not very nice messages I got from people demanding I get their items to them for Christmas. And demanding that I give them the money back before I even have any proof of whether it's got there, whether it's lost or where it is, was absolutely horrendous. It really spoiled my I wouldn't say it didn't ruin Christmas altogether, but yeah, it made me not want to check my Etsy over Christmas in January. It was terrible, so I'm not doing that this year. I'll be putting a notice up on my Etsy now as well, that nothing I post will be guaranteed for Christmas. I mean, as it happens, out of all the stuff I did send last year, there was only one item got lost. And what happened? Yeah, I put in a claim with Royal Mail at the appropriate time. They gave me the money back and I refunded the customer. But the whole dialogue in between was just absolutely horrendous. And I do not want to repeat of that this year. So I would rather not sell the stuff and not make the money than have all that. So yeah, there you have it. Rant over. I don't often rant too much on YouTube, but that one's worth saying. And even last year I did, well, I must say I had a lot of lovely customers as well. An awful lot of lovely customers. But it's like, you could have 99 lovely customers and then one absolutely horrendous one that plagues you all Christmas. And that makes it not worth it. So, there you go. That's what's not happening this Christmas. Grab your bone folder. Whee. I'm a person, I have always put happiness above money. As long as I've got enough money to pay my bills, I'm an happy bunny. If making extra causes me that kind of hassle, I don't want it. Right, let's collage and shut up moaning. I do like that now it's got ink round edge. It just goes so much better, doesn't it? I think I want to just collage exactly the same. So it's not a lot of thought going into collage. I'm going to rip off a little bit more music paper. I forgot I'd... there you go. I've took the edges off that bit, haven't I? Use that bit, Julie. Then you don't have to take edges off again. No, I don't want to use that. I want to use that. I'm going to rip a bit of the... I could put that behind my word. Yeah, and I want to rip a bit more of that off. So I'm just making scraps now. Teeny tiny scraps. I'm hoping Melina does another project with teeny tiny scraps, then I can use them up. So just like that. And a bit of the green paper. Yeah, I forgot to put my tea bag under my butterfly. Did anyone spot that? I think that was the old, your memory's full, you have to... Yeah, start your video again debacle. I think we need an ink dip. There we go. I mean, I wouldn't even call... I don't know if this is a collage. Is it mini collage? I haven't got a clue. But I know I like doing it. Grab your glue book, woman. And your glue stick. Oh, I can hear washer beeping. Hopefully my children will take the washing out and put it up, hang it up to dry while I'm videoing. They did take hint and close whatever door were open, causing an horrendous draft earlier. They've probably let Cat out, actually. She doesn't like being out now. It's too cold for her. So we open the door, let her out and leave it open until she comes back, because she's never out for long. She's an old girl now. Yeah, I've had my cat longer than my kids. Wow. Kids are 15, cat's 19. Poor loves. They never did get a dog. They were always promised a dog when... Yeah, like when Phoebe... When we don't have Phoebe anymore, I'll get you a dog. They never got their dog. They're now 15 and they've just gone off the idea of a dog. Right, let's find another butterfly. I do like that orangey one. I think with that being like a creamy orange as well. But then again, I like this green one. I really do like that green one. But then I want one similar to that. I don't want much, me, do I? There's no shortage of butterflies that colour in that book, but do I have enough? Oh, I've got some double butterflies left. I think I went through the whole book and cut all the double butterflies out. Now, if I'd collaged at that side, they would have been nice, but not at that side for some reason. What's that one? Ooh, that's too orange. I don't like it. I think I might like one of these Artemis butterflies. Yeah, I think I do. So I think I'm going to ink that one up. Oops. Drop the flutterby. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say in this video that anyone had asked in comments. I think that's it. Where to get your flutterby butterflies from. I'm going to ink his little... I don't even know what it's called. It's not his tail, is it? It's his body. Abdomen? I don't know. There's probably some scientific name for that part of butterfly. There we go. A bit higher. Oh, not now because I've put the glue down. Yeah, I like that one. And I'm just going to grab another little word. What shall we have? We've got faith. I think I'm going to go for hope. It's a short word because I've not left as much room for the word. Oh, yeah, one of my subbies. I always say one because remembering names is just like beyond me. And yeah, I was asking whether Tim Holtz did any larger scissors. I think I was using my 9.5 inch ones, and she thought they looked bigger than her ones. As far as I know, Tim Holtz does only do these 3 sizes. That's the 9.5, that's the 7, and that's the 5. Yeah, I think it's because I was zoomed in, they look big. And I was using them because I couldn't find my 7-inch ones. They were probably buried under a pile of paper on my desk, as are most things that I lose while filming. So, these should go nice with those baggies. Should match nicely. So there we have that one. I quite like that. I think that's my favourite. I like that, but I like that one better. Right, just one more I'm going to do, because we have to do them in things in 3s, don't we? I'm going to make one with slightly different measurements. Only slightly different. No earth-shattering. And I think I want to use music-y paper again. I like the music paper. I think I'm going to use music paper and hearts for this one. Oh, look at that. I didn't know I had that. Oh, it's got to be that one, hasn't it? Oh, yeah. That music paper. That's lovely. That's gorgeous. Right, this one I'm going to score at 2 1/4. Told you it weren't much different to others. I scored others at 2 1/2. This one's getting scored at 2 1/4. Pop that out of the way. It'll just make for a slightly different depth of envelope. There we go. So you can have, I think I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to do, you could have the flap that is the whole length again. It's just a slightly taller envelope than that first one we made. Look, I'll show you. Not a lot of difference to write home about. 1/4 inch to be precise. Put it right way around that. That's the difference you'll get. But I think I'm going to make it, I'll do my thumb notches again. I'll do the notches in the music paper. That's that one. I'm not sure if these are anywhere near middle, you know. But I don't stress about little things like that anymore. I will remember to ink this one before gluing it. This is the first one out of 3 I've remembered to do that with. I think because I didn't use glue for my prototypes, did I at all? Glue? Well, I didn't use ink. Well, it is possible to make things without glue. I was watching Kyung Shotwell this morning. And she's done a lovely little pocket, and no glue, just staples. Really nice. Round your corners, woman. That's a large one. It's up to you if you ink the inside of the flap. That's the kind of thing I'll probably end up doing as I put this in a project. Right. So I'm going to glue it like I glued the last one. Let's make sure that's going to cover. Just going to cover. So I'll hold that there. Grab my glue. Move that out of the way. And I'm just going to put a little bit there. Not too much. Julie, don't squeeze it too hard. And a little bit there. Same on bottom. Now you can't see me do it because my hands ain't way, but I assure you that is what I'm doing. And then that can go up there. I'm going to move that out of the way before I press it down. Yeah, I didn't go too mad with glue that time. So that's the front. Turn it over, we can fold that back and put that line of glue on. Go way near to edge there so we know that's going to squidge out. That was wonkiest line of glue ever that way. And there we go. I'm also not as perfectly straight with this one as I were with others. I've gone a little bit cattywampus. I love that word. Thank you to everyone who's explained to me what it means and how you spell it. Because in this country we say Katie cornered. Well, I do. Maybe in other parts of the country we don't. Oh yeah, that way. Someone was wanting to know what is a numpty and what is a womble. I think I explained numpty. A numpty is a stupid person, but it's not a nasty, awful word for someone. It's like someone does something daft and it's like, you numpty. And the other one is womble. Now, even in the Oxford Dictionary, I can't find the definition of womble to mean anything other than the furry little creatures on the 70s children's TV show who foraged for things to decorate their house, build their house and eat on Wimbledon Common in London. Yeah. They would be known as freegans today. Freegans. Yeah, but it means the same thing as a numpty, a womble round here. It does. Right, let's do the last little bit of collage. No shocks here. I'm going to collage it in exactly the same style as I did the other two. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The other two look good. This will all go towards my ephemera stash for making some journals. So yeah, I intend to do a couple more giveaways in the new year. Regardless of how many subscribers I get between now and then, I won't be like doing one at a set 1,000. Because like I say, I'm not posting anything. I will post, people can buy supplies, I'll post them, but I'm going to be making it clear now on Etsy that don't expect those supplies to get there by Christmas. If they do, it's a bonus. Because our mail delivery service, Royal Mail, I think they've now updated it to say that items to other countries are taking, is it 9 to, I forgot, I'm sure on one it said up to 15 working days. Now they don't count weekends as working days. Yeah, you might get letters delivered on a Saturday in UK, but for delivery purposes they don't count Saturdays and Sundays. So 15 working days can be over 3 weeks. And with Christmas 4 weeks away, and we know that those times are going to increase as we get closer to Christmas, don't we? So yeah, I don't have any faith in them telling the truth about how long the turnaround times are. I just don't. I ordered something from eBay last week. The lady posted them to me on Monday this week. They were both posted together. It had to go in 2 packages because of what I bought. I'm just looking for a Flutterby now. I think I may have to use that green one. I do. And one got here, was it Wednesday? And the other got here Saturday. Yeah, and you could clearly see by postmark, she had posted those on the same day. And one took 3 days longer than other. Now, they were coming from the same place to the same place. So you explain to me what on earth happened there, because I have not got a clue. I haven't got a clue. Right, there we go. That's the Flutterby. Let's find a nice word. So we've used faith and hope on the others. I think I might go for the joyful. Yes, I like that. I might title this video A Craft and a Moan. A craft and a moan. Let's moan about, yeah, whatever. We all need a moan now and again, don't we? No, just a moan. I needed to let you know those things. I do apologise if it were in too moany a way. Right, so there you go. We've got joyful, we've got faith, and we've got hope. Now, faith and hope are what we are going to have in the postal service up to Christmas. And if things do arrive on time, we will be joyful. Yeah, sorted. So there you have 3 double pocket envelopes, should we call them? I don't know. They might be called something completely different when the video pops up. I really don't know. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed another craft and a waffle. And yeah, I will see you again on the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.